The thing about it is, bro, it's never going to be easy. It's never going to be this thing where you just finally get to kick your feet up and everything is smooth sailing. What the heck am I talking about? I'm going to break down this video exactly that and why this video is going to change your life. But first, let me pour my drink and take a sip. Cool. So, also, if you want the recipe, don't worry about having to DM me on Instagram. I'm going to give you the sauce right now, right? Cottage cheese, low fat, unsweetened almond milk, frozen cherries, 1 banana, 2 scoops of chocolate protein powder, and that's it, bro. And I'm so full because I'm in a cut right now, and this is, probably 400 calories right here. I'm stuffed, but I gotta get my protein in. Now, what I want to talk about is there's never gonna be this time where everything's perfect. There's always gonna be stress. I thought that starting my business was going to give me the financial freedom, the time freedom, and then everything was going to be perfect. And I realized I started to get the financial freedom. I got my time freedom back. I was able to be flexible with my own schedule. But there's other types of stress, right? You're constantly staying on top of things. You're managing people, as a business owner, not just are you a leader, first and foremost, but you're wearing all the hats, right? Until you hire a team, which I have yet to do. Yeah, I have some helpers. I have an editor. I have people that give me help with certain tasks. Most of it is myself, right? And so the stress is good. The stress is what creates, a better version of yourself. So when I started this business, I had a lot of entrepreneurial-minded friends. I had a lot of people also starting businesses, and we would jump on FaceTime, we'd jump on Zoom calls, we'd chop it up. We'd talk about, how's the business going, bro? Oh, it's going good. I'm trying to figure out this and that. And then pretty soon it gets to a point where none of these people are running businesses anymore. They go back to their regular 9-to-5 jobs. They're not having the business. They're not actually inputting the work. And it gets to a point where it's as sad as is to say, bro, you don't have anybody to lean on. You don't have people that you relate with as much. And I mean this in the humblest way possible, but I saw a post the other day that said, it was a video talking about how the more successful you become, the more that you step out away from the norm, the less relatable that you are with other people. There's a lot of people that I chat with that they don't understand what I'm doing. And so I can't go to them with problems. I can't go with them with questions. I can't go to them and explain things because it's they don't have the same sort of lifestyle, and that's just how it is. So you have to understand, as a business owner, you have to keep a lot of stuff, and you can't just talk about everything going on. You have to be okay suppressing what is going on. And that's why entrepreneurship is hard, because it's lonely, it's difficult, it's challenging. There's going to be a lot of road bumps. There's going to be a lot of things that come up that's frustrating, that's annoying. And guess what, bro? You're the boss, right? You make your own rules, and so you're also the employee at the same time. It's you have to do the work, and you also have to tell yourself what is right and what is wrong. And so you need somebody that's going to make sure you're not cutting corners, which is why it's important to have mentors, to have coaches. But at certain times in your entrepreneurial endeavors, you're going to have periods where you go long periods of time, you don't have anybody to lean on. And that's the period of time I've been going through recently, and it's been stressful, right? But I would never trade it for the world, because the fulfilling feelings of what my clients are doing, what they're achieving, the results of the community is the most important thing. But when I talk with my business owner friends that are making, multiple 7 figures, what are they doing? They're working with other people on the business together. It's not just them, and that's why it's able to be fun, because business gets hard, and you need a true driving factor, a true why to keep yourself going, to keep pushing. It's like that with anything, with fitness. I was chatting with a guy earlier on a call, and he wanted to join the program. I don't know if he's the best fit, so we're gonna have to reconnect in a couple days and kind of see he was in the best spot with where he was at in his mindset. He was going through a bunch of stuff, but one thing he did tell me, we were talking, was, yeah, man, I want to improve self-confidence. And I was like, well, why is that? And the thing about it is, it's not, the fat loss that's important to people. It's not the gaining muscle. It's the root cause and the root reason underneath that, right? It's the same thing with any goal. Why is it that somebody wants to lose body fat, gain muscle? It's because they want confidence. Why do they want confidence? It's because, they're having relationship issues, or they're not the leader they want to be for their kids. And that makes them feel insecure. That makes them feel like they're not just affecting their own selves, their own lives, but they're also affecting other people. So diving into that true why, that's what's going to actually push you to keep going. My why at first was, yeah, I get to leave my 9-to-5 job. I don't have to be in person anymore. I can work remotely. That was cool. And then it was, okay, now I can create financial freedom, take care of myself and my family. And it was oh, this is great. And then it got to a point okay, now that box is checked. Now I'm actually trying to feel fulfilled. How can I go about doing that? Okay, I'm actually getting these people good results. And now I'm looking deeper into okay, these people are getting really good results, and it's changing their life. It's changing, their family's lives. They're being a better role model for them. They're giving better guidance there. And then from that point, okay, now these people, it's a domino effect. These people's family, my clients' family members' lives are being affected. My clients' family members, the people around them are rubbing off on that. So it's a trickling down effect. So that's why I do what I do. And that's why when stuff gets hard, I don't throw the towel in. I don't just give up myself. Even though I don't have anybody to look at, I'd be yo, bro, can you just make sure I'm doing the right thing? I don't have anybody a lot of times to just check, right? And That's why, like, it's important to have a coach. It's important to have somebody there, like pushing you, bro. Because if you don't have somebody there, then you're gonna get in your own head. You're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna feel like you're not doing what you need to be doing. You need to keep going, and you need to understand, like, what is the thing that's gonna keep you pushing when times get hard. Because you're gonna get to a point, bro, where you're in really good shape. You're gonna get to a point where you're making a lot of money. You're gonna get to a point where you have the freedom. But, like, what is it actually doing for you on a personal level? And, like, why is that gonna continue to push you? Figure what that is, and then figure out why that's important to you. Why do you want that? And then figure, okay, like, why is it that I want to? It's gonna always come down to identity. You want to identify as a certain person, and why is that? You want to make an impact on other people. You want to be a leader. You want to make a change in this world. And then you see it's getting deeper and deeper and deeper. It's like, okay, that's what's going to keep you motivated. Not that, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds, or, oh, I want to grow my business. It's like, no, bro, you want to make an impact on these people's lives around you. And that's what any sort of fulfillment comes from, is making an impact on somebody's life. I don't care what anybody says. People that have these surface level goals, eventually it does fade out. And the only reason that people keep pushing is because there's that emotion attached, and the identity of the person working towards that goal. You know, that's something that they start to associate themselves with, and they have to continue. People that don't continue are the people that didn't actually want that thing. So understand that when you're going through difficult times, when you're going through challenging circumstances, whether you are starting your own business, whether you are getting started with your fitness journey, whether you are trying to make a change and make an impact on those around you, why is it that you're going to continue to go? And think through this when you're in a positive headspace, because it's hard to get there when you're in a negative mind state, right? Because you're probably going to think, I don't care about this stuff anymore. It doesn't matter. Screw it. Think about this, plan about this ahead of time when you're in that positive energy state, that positive mindset flow, so that you can remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. Because you're not, I hate to break it to you, bro, but like, my job as a coach, this is what I tell my clients all the time, is like, my job is not to make you happy all the time. Like, my job is to help you become the best possible version of yourself so you can be happy with yourself, right? My job is not to make you happy with me. My job is so that you are content with your own life. And the way I have to go about doing that is making sure that you understand the reason we're doing what we're doing. And a lot of times I have to tell you things that you don't want to hear, but it's in your best interest, right? So figure out what it is that's going to keep you pushing? What is it that's going to motivate you? What is it that's going to, make you become that version of yourself? And why is that important? Again, attach it back to the identity of the person. Why is it that you want to be this confident person?